Okay, we should be live. Oh, we should be live. There is my stream. Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick little live stream. Since I got my RTX 4070 Ti Super, I've been just trying out multiple games, testing out the performance, seeing how it all goes. It is a 1080p monitor, 60 hertz refresh rate, so if it ever goes any higher than 60, we'll never know. 1080p only, I don't know if I said that. Here are my settings. DLSS quality, prefer performance for now. Loud ass car out there. I don't have frame gen on. I could try that, but I mean, it doesn't really go under 40 from what I've tested, but I'm live now, so it could be different. Everything is on ultra, and I have ray tracing on and motion blur off, because we don't mess with motion blur around here. Me and gang do not fuck with motion blur. I played this game at launch. It kinda didn't remember my save, so I started over from the beginning like a few hours ago. So far, the performance is the worst near this middle section at the tree, and I have noticed while I'm live it does get a little bit worse than usual. It usually only went to like the high 40s, low 50s, but I'm pretty sure running around like the outskirts and like the wilderness will probably give 60 FPS on average, is what I would assume. This is with ray tracing on, so it is a bit more intense. And again, my CPU, I should change that actually. No, not that. I should change that while I'm here. On screen. Let me change the name of the CPU. I do that. CPU. I don't know. I probably should have done.
I always see Momo stepping on my shadow.
I probably should have done this off stream. Weeball. Quick. Yeah, I have no clue. Whatever. I can figure that out later. The average FPS is right there. So that's what you'd be getting on average. That's the real-time FPS. We'd be getting real time. Yeah, as I suspected, out in the wilderness, you get a pretty nice 60, though. I'll probably stutter a little bit. Very. Yeah, right there, stuttered. Where could this star be? What? Momo, whatever your name is, I forgot. Help me out. What? No, okay, I was say no way it's the chair. I'm low-key lost? Holy stutter right there. Oh, here it is. I was about to cut it short, but I'm like, I don't know about this one. Okay. This stream will probably be about probably like 30 minutes if I had to guess. Probably around there. I mainly installed this game so I have a way to test out this thing's capabilities. This game plays on Androids and phones, yet it has ray tracing. Kind of crazy. Also want to try out high settings. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I was like a brain fart, right? Okay, but I mean, seems pretty nice out here. Stutters, of course. Again, I am like 90% sure it's just because of my system, my setup. I have a Ryzen 7 5700X 3D CPU. I'm pretty sure it's bottlenecking my RTX 4070 Ti Super. If I was at 1440p, I think it would be better. Unfortunately, like we don't get the funds for all that, bro. All right. How the hell do I get up there? I have it. Come on, Nikki. You can do it. Low key? No. How do I get this star? Oh. I didn't see that there. In a little bit, the time. In a little bit, I am going to try out high settings. Yes, I don't need to do all that. I want to try high settings, see if it helps with the stuttering. Oh no! Ah. Nice. I might as well, cause I got some free pulls since I've been gone so long, and in the mail there was stuff. I might as well do a 10 pull. Might as well. I get one piece of the entire set. I forgot that's how this gacha works. Distance C. I think I used to have this set last time. Is this good? No. Unfortunate. Though this is all new to me, so yeah. So it's good to have, I guess. I'd rather just save. Or actually, I might be able to use in-store currency. Maybe? I don't know how this works. I see real money. Yeah. I guess I'd have to do a lot more pulls. unfortunate. Oh, it's raining. Yeah. Performance is pretty much as I expected out here. It's pretty close to 60 all of the time. But it's mainly the stutters bringing it down out here. Unlike in the main town. Holy, I'm rich. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm going to go back to the main city. I'm gonna go back to the main city, see how that goes. And then I will try high settings. Maybe medium. I'm open to trying a few more this time. Oh.
A rainy day is perfect for picking rainy orchids.
Let's TP. Also, they need to upgrade the Steam requirements, the storage requirements. It still says 60 gigabytes is necessary. I'm like, oh, bet I'll have some extra storage left over. I click download on it. It takes 99 gigabytes or something. Like, oh, brother. I had to uninstall like 2 things. What? Oh. So, yeah, the lowest performance you get in the main first city in the first map, because I hear there is a new map. It's around like 40 something FPS at the lowest. Everywhere else is probably gonna stay above 50. Besides like the stutters that get pretty low. I turned off the 0.1% lows on Rivatuner because I don't know how to assign it to a keybind so that it doesn't just like at that loading screen. It would have been like 1 FPS. Like it wouldn't have, I'm waffling, bro, but it wouldn't have made sense to keep it on. Yeah, there's a whole city. I'm just gonna toy around. I'm gonna try DLAA real quick. I don't know how that's gonna go. As far as I could tell, it's not incredibly different. Using a bit more VRAM now, but I would say it feels I don't know, pretty similar. I feel like it's probably more smooth feeling though with DLSS quality. I think it's around the same FPS. Again, I think that's just because like you can see my GPU usage up there, it is not that high. And my CPU usage is 50%. I don't know if that's how it should be in this game. I don't know if it's more CPU or GPU intensive. I'm not too educated in all that. But I'm sure there's some bottleneck going on that's causing all these stutters and stuff. Alright, once I get this... Oh, brother. What's going on? I'm gonna try high settings. I'll keep ray tracing on for now. Unless I have to restart, then I'll turn... no. I'll keep it on. Because then I'll have to restart twice. Alright. Let me go. I really do need to get either a 1440p monitor or like higher refresh rate. It's not, the stutters aren't too bad in the games I've played. They're in like all of them now, but it could be worse. It could be like massive stutters every few seconds. Ugh. Alright, let's set it all to high. I don't know if you have to restart in order to set these graphics. The frame time looks smoother. I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little bit better performance. Hard to tell. Let me try with DLSS quality. Because DLSS quality looks pretty good. Yeah. It looks like I'm getting like, for like the tree area, which is the most intensive point that I've seen so far, I'm getting like 5 FPS more, around there. Huh. And so far there hasn't been any like big stutters that I've noticed. In the frame time you could see a few, but I can't feel them. Right there's one. Again, if you're watching this trying to like assess whether or not the RTX 4070 Ti Super will be like good performance, remember, you would probably, if you had like a good CPU pairing, you would probably get better performance than me. Definitely above 60 FPS at times, but unfortunately I only have a 60 FPS monitor. If I had a higher refresh rate, like 120, I might, maybe I would try some benchmark videos, but until then, I'll just do the live streams real quick. And the performance, I'd say it's better. I feel like it feels smoother. Times Square is still kind of mid, but it is also, I do also have ray tracing on. That adds a lot of extra wear and tear. Let me try it with it off. I have to restart though. So we'll let that restart real quick. And I'll see if it's any better without ray tracing, because I haven't seen the main city at ultra without ray tracing. Yeah, I haven't. I turned ray tracing on like at the start just to see how it goes. And I'm not sure if I noticed much of a difference with ray tracing on. It looked pretty good at ultra without it. I'd assume it's probably like the reflection that's in the lighting. Wait till they add path tracing, am I right? Enter Maryland. I wonder if the story in this gets like intense. I know it's like a dress-up game, but you never know. When this game was like popping off when it first came out, people were like, "Oh, this the story in the original Nikki, or yeah, Nikki, it gets so dark. Like sometimes, like people die." I'm like, wow, interesting. Okay, this is high settings without DLSS quality too. High settings without ray tracing.
Don't get blown away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
Wow. 60 FPS. I think the main difference, and I don't know, this could just be like what I'm feeling. I feel like the shadows and stuff were darker before, but it's staying like around 60 FPS around the tree, which is pretty good at high settings. So there is definitely a difference. Mainly the only times it drops is when it stutters, which is the fault of my system, not the game, as far as I know. Let's run around a little bit, see. I think you could run this without ray tracing and have a great time. High settings look pretty good too. I wonder how, yeah, I'm gonna turn on DLAA later. I have to check how that seat goes. I would, whoa, that was an insane stutter. Froze the whole game. I would say overall, the game feels smoother without ray tracing. Which makes sense. Ray tracing is pretty intensive, and for a while, even though these are RTX cards for ray tracing, it took a while for like ray tracing to actually become like decently usable on RTX cards from what I've seen. The 40 series cards of the NVIDIA's was pretty much like the first gen where like ray tracing was like, you could actually realistically turn this on and have a good time. I feel maybe like a 3090. Anyway, it's running pretty nice apart from the stutters. Again, there isn't much of a visual difference except maybe like the shadows look different. And I could be tweaking on that too. Okay. I'm gonna turn on DLAA, which will be native. And I'm going to teleport back here and see whether or not it goes under 50, because it hasn't yet, as far as I could tell. Like at the tree or anything. It looks pretty nice. Make it like this real quick. Honestly, there's not much of a difference. In my case, it's upping the GPU usage up here, so maybe the DLAA would probably be better for me. So that gets closer to maxed out usage. But yeah, I don't see much of a performance difference. Again, that's with my 60 hertz monitor. So I would assume it probably goes over 60 at this point without ray tracing on, which is why I'm not seeing much of a difference in performance. But yeah, I'll probably play this at DLAA if I had the choice. DLSS quality looks really, really good, but it's crazy how DLSS quality looks good in every game except Wuthering Waves, by the way. Every game I've tried DLSS quality in, it looks great. Like, you can barely tell the difference between native. But on Wuthering Waves, holy, that looks awful. It looks like I have cataracts. Like, I have, like, nearsighted vision. It sucks. I don't know how you could, like, force DLSS 4.5 or something on games that support it. I don't know. I think for me the stutters have lessened too. I could be tweaking, but I don't think I've noticed that many like huge stutter. Oh well, why did I say that? Okay. So you get pretty much 60 FPS all the time. Pretty much all the time, at least. I want to try Ultra. I will try with DLA first, and then I will probably call it. Alright, Ultra with no ray tracing. 1080p. DLAA, native DLSS. I'm not sure if it's like, am I tweaking? Like the shadows feel darker. It could be because it's later in the day. I don't know. Maybe it's like I'm gaslighting myself. Maybe. Yeah. For me, I think it's better performance because it's using more of my GPU up here. So like it's not getting as low FPS as even the high settings, from what I can tell. Because I'm pretty sure it would dip down to like 55 at high. It did there for a moment. Again, my system is stutter prone, so there's a bit of that to take in. I will probably play this at DLAA without ray tracing. Ultra settings. That will probably be the way I play this if I continue. It looks pretty good, and it performs very well. It's using a lot more of my graphics card, which I want. It'll help stop the stuttering, as far as I know. Yeah, it's a lot more stable from what I can tell. As I say that, I get a stutter. Yeah, this is what I'll be playing at if I continue. But I remember this thing can fall off the roof. Be funny. It's pretty nice. I wonder what it would be like with DLSS quality. If I had a higher refresh rate monitor, I would probably. I'll still try it real quick. I was gonna say I'll try frame generation, even though it won't really affect me because I'm already at 60 FPS most of the time. Maybe it'll help with like the stutters. I don't know. That's like the main problem I'm having with my system now that I didn't have before. I could run games before pretty smoothly. It was a GTX 1080 with the same CPU, the Ryzen 7 5700X3D, and it didn't really stutter unless it was a problem with the game. But now every game so far that I've tried has been a stutter fest, which isn't the greatest, but you know, this is a long-term investment, this graphics card. But yeah, this is running pretty nice. Let me switch it to day real quick. It looks very nice at night, but I just want to see. Oh, I should have clicked skip. Okay, I didn't see that before. Okay, everything's reloading. Yeah, I'm getting better performance around the tree than at high settings. Kind of crazy, but you know, my setup's kind of screwed, bro. So this will probably be the way I play. Let's try with DLSS quality real quick. Looks pretty good. If you told me this was native, I would probably believe you. It's barely even dropping from 60. The stutter there only brought it to 57. Oh, what the? Yeah, it looks like DLSS quality does help with performance here. And the game does look pretty nice at ultra settings. What the hell is this? Post it up. Are they who you get? It's the police station? I remember you get interviewed by someone at some point. You get like interrogated. Let me look for that real quick. And then I will try frame generation, and then I'll call it. The game looks pretty good for a mobile game, though. Like, it's hard to believe this could even run on a phone. Granted, it will be at a lot less graphically intensive settings. But still, you know, it looks pretty good. Yeah. Ray tracing really brings it down. I think it would hit like 40. The lowest we've hit so far was, I think, 54, which was like just then for a second. But for the most part, it stays around 60. What the hell? Who is this? Bob the Builder? Get out my face, bro. Wait, play. Hello? Hello? Let me in. Oh. I should be able to hear myself. Yeah. Alright, real quick before I end this, frame gen uses a lot more my graphics card. It's at like 90% usage. Kind of crazy. Yeah, it runs pretty smooth, I will say. I can notice like sometimes there is like some artifacting that comes with frame generation, but it's pretty good for the most part. Like you could probably just like chalk it up to like stuff you'd see in like your peripheral whoa, crazy. Stuff you'd see in like your peripheral vision that you could probably ignore. It doesn't help again that my monitor is 60 hertz refresh rate, because the higher base FPS you have, the better frame gen will turn out. So I'm kind of stuck to whatever. I mean, 60 is like the baseline for turning on frame generation. It runs pretty nice though. From what I could tell, it gets. I mean, it shows stuttering up here, but I don't really feel it. Or as late, or at least not as hard as before. No, there I felt it. I mean, the game's still playable like this. You could play this. Am I tweaking? Is there screen tearing or is that just artifacts? I can't tell. I usually have to turn on VSync for my games. Oh, it's off. I don't know why they do that with frame gen. Whatever. I was gonna use NVIDIA to turn on the VSync, but oh, it's fine. I mean, you could totally play like this and have a pretty good time. Low key, I'm gonna try out with ray tracing real quick, and then I'm gonna end it for real. I'm just a little curious. It's not helping that I'm getting screen tearing because VSync is off. But whatever. Alright. Let me turn on ray tracing real quick. I wonder how this would. Let me try DLA real quick. Where's it? Yeah, there it is. There's the tree. I mean, there's not like much input lag or anything. Forgot to mention about the input lag. Holy stutter right there. Feels pretty responsive. Yeah, you could definitely play like this, even on the 60 hertz monitor. And I'm pretty sure in the NVIDIA app, you can. What the hell am I looking at? What is this? Oh. Okay. I forgot what I was even saying. And then the NVIDIA control panel, you could force VSync on. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can do that. I don't know. I got so distracted by what I just saw there. I don't know what that was. All right. I'm waiting for this to reopen. We're going to do a quick look around with the ray tracing. Just a quick look-see. I'm curious. Also, on an unrelated note, I tried out Paralives, the new life simulator game like The Sims. I'm not too big of a fan, I can't lie. For one thing, it stutters like crazy. Like, I looked it up because the stuttering was way more than like a momentary stutter. It was like all the time. I looked up. Apparently, it's not. That's a part of the game, not my graphics card. bottlenecking. So, I mean, it's probably both, but it's way more than usual. It shouldn't be that much in Paralyzed, so that was not a good first impression. And the gameplay, I don't know, the way you could like choose what your character talks about is interesting with like the little spin wheel with the percentages. It's fun. It's interesting. I don't know. I think I'd probably rather play Inzoi or The Sims. I can't lie. Okay, this is DLSS quality with 2x frame gen, ultra settings, and ray tracing on. My GPU usage, it's tweaking. It's less than before. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can definitely feel higher input lag a little bit. Not by much, but it's like, oh, that was a big stutter. It's like a little comparable to how it was before ray tracing. You could play with this, you can get used to it, especially for Nikki. There's not much combat here. At least not high action-packed gameplay. I mean, I do think that shadows are darker. I don't think I'm tweaking. I think the shadows are darker. Maybe the shadows are more complex. I don't know. It's a little hard to tell what ray tracing is actually doing here. Frame gen, like, you could see yourself barely, sorta, kinda, with, I guess. I mean, these reflections kind of suck though. Am I crazy? You can't even see the giant tree behind. It looks like more like baked in reflections mixed with ray tracing, like only character ray tracing or something. I think you could see the building. I don't know if they're the same building. I can't see the giant tree behind me though. I think those might be the leaves, question mark. It's hard to tell. Like the reflections are like so blurry. Yeah, that's supposed to be the tree. It's just not rendering for some reason. That's 100% supposed to be the tree and the leaves. I don't know what's going on there. Is that supposed to be a building behind me? What are you doing? I don't know. It could be, hold on. Let me give this some grace. Could be because of frame generation and its artifacts. Hold on now, let me cook. Let me cook. No. 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 Let me turn on VSync though, since I have the choice now. Holy screen tearing. Nice. Okay, here we are with that performance again, reaching back into the 40s around the tree. It looks good with ray tracing. I will say, like the lighting and stuff. This is DLSS quality. Hold on, let me. Am I? Whoa, jeez.
Oh no, be careful. Don't get blown away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
It looks nice, but I don't know if it's nice enough to deal with this performance. Oh, let me set the time again. Because even with a higher refresh rate monitor, it would still dip below 60 from what I could tell. This is on 1080p too. Maybe if I wasn't bottlenecked and there's using like 100 or like 90 something percent, it would get higher FPS. Because I don't know, this is a 1440p card. I don't know how this would perform in 1440p with ray tracing at ultra settings. I don't know how that would go. Let me turn off DLSS real quick. Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, you won't really be in these like city areas too much. They have like a whole open world and stuff. So I mean, if you really wanted to have ray tracing, you could enjoy that. Probably with DLSS quality though. Like, I think the lighting does improve with ray tracing on, but I don't know if it's worth the hit. Like, I feel like it does look better. I'll try with the frame generation again. Take away my VSync. Maybe you would want to play this with frame generation if you use ray tracing. Like, there isn't too much input lag. It's very fine in like all settings, and like it runs pretty decently. There are the stutters still, but again, it's my side. Maybe that's the method, because like even with frame gen and like the artifacts and stuff, it looks pretty good, I will say. This is native. Let me turn on quality real quick. Performance doesn't look that bad either, and it's a lot more stable of a... I'll try that real quick. Oh my god, I keep moving the goal post for when I'm gonna end this thing. Maybe DLSS quality and frame gen would be good if you didn't get screen tearing. Like if you could re-enable VSync, or if you just didn't get screen tearing at all. Like, I could 100% play it like this. Let me see real quick. I am like, this is actually annoying me so much. Let me see if I could turn on VSync, bro. Like, it is actually annoying me. Can I like force it to use VSync, please? I don't know if that did it. Did it? Maybe? I can't tell. Well, resync. There it is. I'm gonna try fast resync. I don't know if it's like live update. I think maybe it turned on. It might have. Error. No, I think I still see some screen tearing. I think I might be gaslighting myself. I don't know. The latency has gone a lot higher too. I could 100% play it like this and have no problems. Like, frame generation is not that bad. Oh, bro, that was an insane stutter. Holy. Oh, freeze. I don't know. It looks softer, but I wouldn't say it looks bad with DLSS performance. I'm gonna turn off, let me turn this off real quick, or you just go to, where is it? There. Sure. Let me turn off, frame generation real quick. DLSS performance with ray tracing, ultra settings. I forgot VSync. Really notice the screen tearing without any frame gen. I mean, I guess. I think it might feel a bit better while looking softer in the distance and stuff. I would probably just play without ray tracing. I can't lie. So. Yeah. But I think that'll about do it probably. I've done a lot of settings, a lot more than I expected to do, but it's fine. I just wanted to test out my graphics card in this game. Stuttery as all the rest are, unfortunate, but it's a reality I have to live. And I didn't go out and explore the wilderness much. I would imagine you'd probably get higher FPS out there than in here. And I'm pretty sure there's like new regions with probably new towns. I would guess those run worse than here. That would be my guess. I mean, even if you wanted to play with ray tracing, without frame gen. You could at ultra settings, or you could just lower the settings to like medium. It'd probably be fine. I don't know. I don't know. It's like hard to tell for me to like if it's like the lighting that's different, the reflections. Yeah, ray traced, I suppose, but the quality of the ray tracing reflections suck. Like, you can't even see the giant tree behind you. You can see like the buildings and stuff, and like 240p quality. Like, I don't know if it's that big of a deal to turn it on in this game, for reflection's sake, at least. Those look good. The reflection of the everything in the water. Those look pretty nice.
Nikki, if you go any further, you'll lose me.
Huh. I'm getting pretty stable performance out here again. I'm pretty sure just because it's more in the wilderness, away from like all the NPCs and stuff. All the stuff is gotta render and all that. I'll try going out there. I'll see if it runs any better out there real quick, and then I'll end it for like the 7th time. The water reflections do look nice, I will say. I got it. Let's go. Okay. Alright, let's go out here real quick. Let's see, this is what are these settings again? Is this performance DLSS? It is. I mean, it still looks pretty good with performance, I will say. It's not like a huge difference with everything. It just makes things softer looking, and it's a bit harder to tell what you're looking at in the distance, I will say. But this is probably the most stable frame time I've had this entire time. I'm not gonna lie. I wish you could like forever sprint. That would be nice. Like there's like she like starts a sprint and then like cuts it off halfway for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why she would do that. It's pretty nice here. The frame time. There aren't many stutters. Ultra ray tracing. Let me try DLSS quality real quick. Let me see if that changes anything. Yeah, definitely I could see the difference. I could feel the difference. It looks a lot better. You could definitely play at performance, but the quality of like things in the distance, for example, is all a lot sharper. I mean, it's still 60 FPS, pretty stable. A lot more stable than in the town. Holy, what could it have possibly loaded in right there? Oh my god. Yo, that was insane. I am in Stutterville now. It is stuttering a ton. Must have had to load a lot of stuff. Did I kill you? No. Jeez, what
When I turn
happened?
around, I always see Momo stepping on my shadow.
What in the world happened to the performance around here? I don't even know. Ow. Just dang. I might cut out again. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened to the performance around here. It is Stutterville. I'm getting so many stutters. The game looks very nice though. I don't think I've even been here before. Huh. Can I go in here? Oh. Maybe that's an ability outfit area. Can I send him in? Maybe. Who knows? But it does look very nice in here. What is that? Oh, it's a chest. I was like, what am I looking at? It looks like a suit. Okay. So, it looks like the stutters have calmed down a bit. Maybe because I've been through here now. I have no clue what that was. I went past that area. The performance just went down the drain for a little bit. I assume it's loading stuff on the outside and all that. I would probably play this to avoid the performance hiccups. I would probably play this without ray tracing, even though it does. The water reflections are nice. Oh my goodness. Nice. The water reflections are nice, I will say. I don't know if it's worth the trouble. At least for my system, because it's all bottlenecked and stuff by my monitor and the refresh rate. Because I'm sure, like right now, it could probably like go up to like 70 FPS. It is what I would assume. Occasionally. Look at this guy. Ah. Ah. Oh my god. Bro, I am right there. Okay. Like the reflections are pretty with the ray tracing on at ultra. I don't know. I'm curious if I got a 1440p monitor, if it would give me better performance. Because that would definitely help with the bottleneck situation my system has got going on. It would definitely help a lot. Just higher resolution and all that. I might as well take this guy down. I might as well. Oh. Wait. Right now? Holy audio, bro. What? What is happening? Okay. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. The performance is pretty good overall, though. I will say, out here in the town, holy, it gets kind of tragic. I would turn on ray tracing to try it out again, but Voltron to see if it. What am I looking at right here? Okay. That's interesting. All right. I don't know what that was. Wow. The sunset lighting does look pretty good. Holy stutter. I should probably go to the other side. We can brave it. Let's be real. Oh. You know, I'll try to go to the other area, to the other side, because oh. I guess there is more stuff over here. I'll go the other way. I'll try it out just to see, because I saw a little town over there. I might as well. I might as well. And then I'll end it. Said for the 13th time this stream. Yeah, FPS. Holy. This tree. This tree really tanks it. It's like a whole massive area. It's also with all the people too. But I've spent 90% of stream here. Let's try this out. Not person. It is. Okay. I'll just real quickly. Now what is this? Oh. I was gonna throw a box at something. I didn't know I was gonna be that. Cooked. Okay, nice. Speed running, speed running. Oh, there's a star in here. All is not for naught. Not with A and U in the name. Not. Never mind. I'm waffling. All right, let's go. I'm going the right way, right? Yeah, I am. I guess the map unlocks as you go through it. Before, in 1.0, I'm pretty sure they're like beacons. I could be tweaking. Every gacha game has like the same mechanics. I don't know if this did at the start. Another big stutter. What is this? Flora Palm. I still need to dress my Nikki. Bro, in 1.0, before my save got cooked, she was dripped out, I can't lie. Performance here is pretty nice, though it's a lot less stable than in the wilderness area. It's better than the town, though. Look at Mirrorland and the evil castle looming in the distance. Very cozy. Castle looks overly evil. Is that where I came from? I might be. Aaron Yeager, no! Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Got the code and everything. Performance is nice here. It looks very nice. Again, I think ray tracing makes the shadow quality darker. If I'm not tweaking, it makes the shadows look a little darker. I'm pretty sure, at least. Does that have physics? Oh, it does. Yeah. Yeah, as I suspected. Wow, it gets really stable outside of the city areas, even in the forest, which is surprising with all the foliage. If you have a normal system that's like, there's no big bottleneck in the forest areas, it'll be really nice. I would imagine it will stay pretty stable. Again, I don't know. I doubt it, because like it could be that there is like something in Nikki that just makes the game stutter. But I think if there was, it would just be a mix of problems. Do I go down again? Yeah. Because ever since getting this graphics card, everything has stuttered. So like it's a bit hard to tell if it's from the software side or the hardware side. What? Get out. I forget, does this game run on like Unreal Engine 5? Forget. If I did, wow, that looks very nice. All the grass and everything. If I do get a 120 FPS monitor at some point, I'll probably make independent videos about benchmarking this graphics card though. Because I don't see many videos about it. Like, I don't know why this card it kind of fell off apparently in popularity. There's like no videos. Like while I was waiting for this thing to come, trying to find any videos of its performance in like games is like pretty few and far between. How would I get up there? Is it possible with my current abilities? Perhaps, perhaps not. Again, it's pretty nice out here, and I don't know how much time in like the regular game that you would be spending in the town compared to out here. Jesus Christ, out of a thick bird. Oh wait, no wait. Alright. If you spend most of the time in the forest area, it would be fine to turn on ray tracing, I would assume. Like you could do it. I mean, even in the regular city areas, if you could handle it dipping down in like some spots, it'd be fine. The thing that I would worry about is probably the newer areas. I don't know how well optimized those are. Because like if Wuthering Waves taught me a thing, it's that sometimes the newer areas can be the worst optimized. Unfortunately. But yeah, out here the frame time is smooth. Pretty consistent. I want a game that actually runs surprisingly smooth Pragmata. The frame time is basically like a flat bar. It's kind of crazy. I have ray tracing on at like ultra settings. It dips like the. What am I hearing? Is that you? What a. Am I tweaking? What? I forgot what I was even saying. Brother, what am I hearing? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm running Pragmata at ultra settings, or like the max high settings. For the ray tracing and DLSS quality, it runs pretty nicely for the most part. For like 90% of the game. There's like a few areas where there are like a few areas where the FPS does drop down to like the 50s. But for the most part, it's very, very stable. What do I do here? Alright, after this, I'm actually gonna end it. I'm like, I don't know. Do I jump up here? What? Oh. But I can't get back up. Wait. Will everything stay the same? Oh. Okay, that was a sacrifice for the greater good. Oh. I think I have to like do it real quickly. I'm cooked. Cause like ideally you want it to be here. I able to... Let me move the box first. And I think that'll be it. And then I have to like rush over there. And then it should be good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. I feel as though we got pretty accurate performance for this. We know pretty much how to run and all that. I'm tired and I'm kind of hungry. I can't lie. I've been here for like how long? I don't even know. Like an hour plus? I don't know. But yeah, in these areas you get pretty good FPS with ray tracing at ultra settings with DLSS quality question mark. Yes. Let's see with DLA real quick. Using more of my graphics card, I think. Yeah, you could run it DLAA out here too. Me personally, I'm kind of greedy. If I continue playing this, I would probably, even though it's not the most optimal way to play it, I would probably play with ray tracing on. Even though I probably shouldn't. Oh wait, that was a chest. Because of like all the performance hiccups and stuff. And I would be in the town a lot, like the quests and stuff, but I can't lie, I'm a little greedy. I like ray tracing and all that. And like, this card is ray tracing capable at like decent frame rates and stuff. So like, why not push it? Why not go the extra mile? You know? Realistically though, I should probably be running this at like high settings without ray tracing. I think that was like the best performing one I had. But I'm not gonna. Realistically, that's what I should be doing, but nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. But yeah, I think that's about it for this stream. We ran around and done a lot, and as I suspected, when you're out in the wilderness, the FPS is pretty fine. Oh wow. So even in that little town area, it didn't dip down that bad. It's pretty decent. I just don't know how it would fare in the newer cities. If this one at launch was doing this bad, I imagine the scale probably has gone up a lot over. I think it's been going on for a year. I forget. I haven't kept up that much with this game. But yeah, here it runs pretty bad. Although it is just because I spawned here, I think. Or I'm DLA right now. I'm like, why is it so bad? It's because I'm DLA. If you, I mean, that goes for most games. You should probably use ray tracing with DLSS. The graphics cards, maybe the 5090 or something, like 5080. they haven't gotten good enough to where I would realistically recommend DLAA with ray tracing. But yeah, I would probably play like this if I did. Holy, that's insane. I really shouldn't, but I will endure. Will endure. Is there any place to end this? I don't know. I'll just go up here. Yeah, I think that will do it for this stream. Maybe later tomorrow or something. I'll try another game out. Stream it real quick. This is also while live streaming, so it does take a little bit of performance out. And I upgraded the bitrate to 13,000, so to try and make the stream looks better and more clear. So that could also be making the FPS a little bit worse. But yeah, I think that will about do it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, if you watched all the way through. I know at one point there was someone watching for like, I don't know, like a quarter of the stream. But yeah, I think this is where I will call it 6-7. You saw that up there, 6-7, 6-7. All right, bro. I'm ending.